Good afternoon, everyone. Today is March 15th, 2022, and this is a subcommittee meeting on racing and gaming. There are four bills we will be discussing this afternoon and also subcommittee voting. Okay. The first bill is House Bill 945. And I'm sorry, backwards. Sorry, the first bill is 718, House Bill 718. It is a local bill. It's an Anne Arundel County Local Development Council, and it's for an increased appointment of delegates. This is sponsored by Delegate Rogers.
Move favorable.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved in second. All those in favor vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, those nay. Thank you very much. This concludes subcommittee vote on House Bill 718. The next bill is 942. It's House Bill deals with horse racing, satellites, simulcast, betting facilities, and permit holders alterations. This is Delegate Lukey's bill, and what it does is there are specifications regarding certain local zoning approvals and much more that's cited in here. There's several specifications as it relates to video lottery facility, sports wagering facility, and electronic bingo or tip bingo jar machines. Again, there's not an amendment to this bill. Anything you'd like to offer differently, Delegate Lukey?
No, it's just, this is really mostly technical stuff, making it easier for, easing regulations on OTBs at existing betting facilities.
All right, any questions? Is there a motion?
So I have, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Delegate Hornberger.
Yeah, just
Delegate Hornberger, you have a question.
thank you, Madam Chair. Just a quick question. Ability to have a license on state-owned property. There's no change to that.
Doesn't affect Fair Hill at all, I don't think.
Great, thank you.
Delegate Barnes.
Can you explain the tip jar?
This was, with respect to the reference to the tip jars, it's simply to indicate that if you are already authorized in statute to have electronic bingo or tip jar machines, that you can, that the zoning for that can be waived for purposes of applying for an OTB license. It doesn't alter anything with respect to eligibility for electronic tip jar machines or commercial bingo otherwise.
So if you already have a tip jar or do that, then you're eligible for OTB. Is that what you're saying?
You're
You could apply.
You're already eligible. Yeah. All this says is, yeah. All this says is you don't have to go through additional zoning requirements on top of what already existed for you to get your tip jar or electronic bingo license.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, members. Was there a motion? Move favorable, second?
Favorable.
Second.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Thank you very much. This concludes House Bill 945. And the last one is House Bill 1179.
Madam Chair, I believe that was 942 that you just voted
Oh,
concerning.
I'm sorry, 942. I think I'm moving too fast. Sorry. That's why you're there, George. House Bill 945, excuse me. This is Carroll County multi-drawing raffles. It is Delegate Shoemaker's bill, and is to increase the number from 30 to 52, the number of weekly drawings in a multi-drawing raffle. And again, it is a county bill. We do have a letter of support from the Carroll County delegation, and it was unanimous in terms of the voting to support this legislation.
All three of them?
No, we
Move
have
favorable.
11.
Yes, he's being facetious.
Move favorable, Madam Chair.
So a second.
Second.
All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. Thank you very much. And this is the last one, 1179, House Bill 1179. And this is with Delegate Johnson. State lottery sales of lottery tickets and tickets from instant ticket lottery machines. And this is really looking at a commission and the revenues from this. George, is there George, would you provide more information regarding this bill, this legislation?
Certainly. So, thank you, Madam Chair. The bill is to increase lottery agent sales commissions from 5.5% to 6%. As you're also aware, veterans organizations have ITLMs, also have a commensurate commission. There are amendments for your consideration. The first is technical. The second one would strike the mandated appropriations from the bill. Those mandated appropriations were initially included to hold the Veterans Trust Fund harmless should the increase in the commission for it related to ITLM sales have adversely impacted that commission, or sorry, adversely impacted the amount of funds that go to the Veterans Trust Fund. However, based on fiscal note, how lottery has indicated they would generally implement the bill, since those entities are already receiving an additional 0.5%, they would remain at 6%, which would now have parity between ITLM and Lotto commissions. And as a result, there is no harm to the Veterans Trust Fund.
Delegate Hornberger, did you have a question regarding the amendments?
No, the amendments sound good. I just wanted to have discussion on, the lotteries and intent or attempts over the years to move to an online retail space. So maybe we move those amendments that you just spoke about, and then we can discuss this other one.
Right. Is there a motion to accept the amendments?
Move the amendments.
Second.
All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, nay. The amendments are approved. Now let's consider the bill as amended. Delegate Hornberger, okay.
Yeah, so the last, it's probably at least 7 years, we've heard testimony from the lottery that they have this archaic system for subscriptions on their 4 main games. And I know there's been a lot of pushback from the retail space, the gas stations and the like. But is there a way to put in either study language or to give them the ability to move online? Because right now they have this cumbersome kind of fill out a paperwork process and send it in to get subscriptions.
There was a provision added to code years ago by a Senate amendment which specifically barred the lottery from doing any type of online retail. I don't know if that's still in effect. If it is, you'd have to repeal that provision.
Well, I think this would be the vehicle to do so. I know it's a lot to launch here in the committee, but this is something they've been asking for.
George, are you familiar with any updates or response to that?
So that provisional law is still in effect. It likely would need to be modified to potentially permit alterations with respect to the subscriptions. I believe that there's been legislation proposed in the past. I'm not sure if it was narrowed specifically to the ability to purchase subscriptions, though, and that would require additional language to be drafted. And I would certainly want to do that in consultation with the agency if it were to be pursued.
All right.
Madam Chair, can I?
Delegate Lukey.
Thank you. I appreciate where this is a fight that happened way back when I was chair of this subcommittee, and I actually agree with Delegate Hornberger on the larger policy. I'm concerned about this being the vehicle for it since we're this close to crossover. I mean, honestly, Delegate Hornberger, if that's a bill you want to bring, like I will co-sponsor it with you happily because I think we're behind the times. I just don't want to endanger this. And while the lottery, I think, would like to explore it, the retailers themselves, all the gas stations and bars and restaurants are like hardcore opposed.
Right.
So.
I see that we have Mr. James Butler on the Zoom. Mr. Butler, are you able to hear us? Welcome. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Hi, good.
And I see Delegate Rose. I just now saw your hand. Thank you.
Delegate Patterson. This would be just for the limited purpose of allowing the lottery just to use existing subscriptions and putting them online, not to remove the prohibition that Delegate Lukey mentioned. It's just for the limited purpose of allowing players to use a computer to submit their lottery form for a subscription and an ACH payment to the agency. That's it. This is not iLottery. So the subscriptions, how they work now, a player has to go online on our website, download a form, complete the form, put in a check, put it in the mail, send it to us. It's a 2 to 3 week process versus something that could take 2 minutes. So it's very limited in purpose. It's not taking this to a whole new level with iLottery.
Mm-hmm. All right. Delegate Rose.
That answered my question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the questions. Are there any other questions? Is there a motion for House Bill 1179 with amendments?
Move favorable.
Second.
All right, it's been moved in second. All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your patience. I'm really sorry about the glitch with the link, but that's how it goes. Thank you again. This concludes the subcommittee hearing for racing and gaming. We wish you all a very safe and enjoyable evening. Goodbye.
Good evening.